Hey guys, HTV here and welcome to a brand new video. Now the Pokémon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC is coming out very soon, and today we're going to be going over everything that you must do before entering hyperspace. These tips and tricks will make sure that you are in the best possible place before starting the DLC. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. Before we begin, I think I should just mention the fact that you have to complete the base game of Pokémon Legends ZA before starting the Pokémon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC. You will not be able to play it until you have defeated the full game. I'm pretty sure you don't have to do all of the Infinite Royale battles to get Eternal Floette and all of that. I think that post game is fine to left incomplete, but as long as you've beaten the base game, then you will be fine to start the DLC. Obviously, make sure you do everything anyway, because to get Eternal Floette, it's the only way to do it is by doing these Infinite Royales. But something that you must do is to complete the base game before starting the DLC. So, starting things off, the first thing that you must do before starting the Pokémon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC is make sure that you've maxed out all of your Canari Plushes. This is a pretty obvious one, and you've probably already done this, but this is going to really help you before starting the DLC. Now, there are 5 main Canari Plushes, being the blue Canari Plush, the gold, the pink, the red, and the green. The way to obtain these is by picking up the colorful screws dotted around Lumiose City. Those are the little purple Pokeballs with a sort of light coming out of them. You obtain those, and then you go to the Racine construction, and you can trade those colorful screws there for a Canari plush. Now, to max out every single Canari plush, you need to have obtained 77 out of 100 colorful screws, which is a lot of them. It's over 70%. If you get 100, you get a big old Canari plush that you put in your room, but that's not really going to help you too much in the DLC. You need to make sure that you've maxed all these out though, because some of these will help you getting more money, some of them will increase your stamina so you can take more hits from Pokemon without being knocked out, it'll increase XP gain, stuff like that. Again, you probably know about them, but I'm just making sure that you have finished them all, because it's going to be very vital, especially the gold Canari plush as well, because you're going to need a lot of money before starting the Pokémon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC, which we're going to get into later on in the video. But a quick, easy one to start the video off with. Make sure you've got all the Canari plushes. There's loads of guides out there where they all are, so make sure to go and get them all done before starting the DLC. Coming up next, and this is the biggest one that you need to make sure you have done before starting the Pokémon Legends ZA DLC, is to obtain a ton of berries. Now, in the Mega Dimension DLC, based on the information shown during the trailer, donuts are made by using berries, with each berry combination giving different effects. And the Mega Dimension DLC also introduces hyper berries, which give more flavor score compared to regular berries. And of course, to enter hyperspace from the trailer, it looks like you have to feed Hooper these donuts, which will then provide your character a survey timer, level buffs, depending on the donut you create. And so in order to get these donuts, you need a lot of berries. So make sure that you max out every single berry that you can before starting the DLC. This is why you need a lot of money, because it's going to be quite expensive. Now, there are loads of different locations that you can find berries in this game. The obvious one is just finding them all over the floor. You've probably got quite a few already, especially if you've been shiny hunting. Every single time you run over a little sparkly item in Pokémon Legends ZA, there's a good chance that it is going to be a berry. So you can probably check your bag now and see that you've got a decent handful of berries already, but you really want to have 999 of every single one, because then you'll be fully prepared to make any kind of donut in the Pokémon Legends ZA DLC. So apart from picking up the sparkly items, you can also buy them as well. So in Wild Zone 8 in the Johnny Plaza, there are 2 market stands that are located here. You can buy unlimited berries during the day for a low price, so you can stock up on pretty much all the berries there. And as well as that, at the west of Wild Zone 3, there is a market stand which is situated in a courtyard in this area as well. So on your screen right now, you'll be able to see the different locations. You can buy all these berries and then just go crazy. Just buy 999 of every single one, because that will give you all of them ready for making those donuts in the Pokémon Legends ZA DLC. The next thing that you must do before starting the Pokémon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC is to max out your healing items and also all of the Pokeballs as well. This might be quite expensive, and you don't really need 999 of all of these different things, but it's going to be very useful if you have a ton of full restores, hyper potions, revives, full heals, and then as well as that, all of the different kind of apricorn balls as well, and loads of ultra balls. You can go to the Pokeball shop and make sure that you stocked up on all of those. Go to the normal market, make sure you stocked up on loads loads of Ultra Balls and whatever, just because when you're going into this new hyperspace location with higher leveled Pokemon that are going to be doing a lot of damage to your Pokemon, you're going to want to make sure that you have enough healing items to make sure that your team is not fainting, especially because at the start you're going to probably be quite underleveled, so healing items are going to be very, very useful. So another pretty obvious one as to why you need so much money when going into the Legends ZA DLC, because you need to stock up on all the berries, and you need to stock up on all the healing items and the different Pokeballs as well. The next thing that you must do before starting the Pokémon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC is to make sure that your Pokémon are all level 100 and they are max IVs, max EVs in the different stats that you want. Now this is very, very important because when you start going into hyperspace, a lot of the Pokémon that you find are going to be level 100 plus, and these are going to be these hyper strong Pokémon. It's a new feature in the Mega Dimension DLC. These level 100 plus Pokémon appear to be temporarily level boosted due to being exposed to the hyperspace. So with your own team being able to replicate the same effect through obviously the donuts, but going into it the first time, you're not really going to have a ton of levels. So to make sure that you're best equipped and you have the best kind of chance to defeat these Pokemon, make sure that yours are already level 100, and then of course, like I say, maxed out IVs and EVs. You can use loads of different things in this game to max out those stats using vitamins, using bottle caps, everything like that. Again, more of a reason to get even more money so you can buy all these different things. And of course, by getting bottle caps from the ZA Royale, which you'll get from getting loads of money anyway. But yeah, you have to make sure that your Pokemon are in the best possible shape and the best possible kind of stat situation for the Mega Dimension DLC, because those level 100 plus Pokemon are going to be pretty difficult to take out. So make sure that your Pokemon are as high as level as they can possibly be going into the DLC. Next up, another thing that you can do before starting the Pokémon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC is to shiny hunt Raichu and also shiny hunt Lucario. In the DLC, we know that we are getting 2 new Mega Evolutions for Raichu, Raichu X and Raichu Y, and we're also getting a brand new Mega Lucario Z as well. So if you want to see what those shiny forms are going to look like, then make sure that you shiny hunt these Pokemon before the DLC comes out. Lucario is pretty easy to shiny hunt. You can get him in Wild Zone 20. You can also find alphas here as well, which would make the Mega Evolution look even better. And for Raichu, you can also get that in the middle of Wild Zone 20, but you can also shiny hunt Pikachu by fast traveling to Wild Zone 3 repeatedly because it's in range of the 50 meters. And you can also get an Alpha Pikachu in Wild Zone 6 as well by running away back and forth to kind of reset it. Unfortunately, the cafe doesn't reach the Alpha Pikachu, so you'll have to get it through a different method. But make sure you do shiny hunt these Pokemon if it applies to you. If you're not bothered about the shinies and stuff, then obviously it doesn't really matter. But if you do want to see what Mega Lucario Z, Mega Raichu X, and Mega Raichu Y look like, then make sure to shiny hunt these Pokemon as well. I'm also releasing this video before any other Mega Evolution is shown, so if there are any other Mega Evolutions that have not been revealed at the time I'm making this video, but are going to get another Mega Evolution because some have been leaked, make sure to shiny hunt those as well. But yeah, shiny hunting these new Pokemon is going to be really cool to see what their shinies are going to look like. Coming up next for today's video, make sure to plan your Pokémon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC team. Now, on the screen, I'm going to show you the leaked Pokédex, all of the Pokémon returning in the DLC, and maybe this is applicable to you, maybe it's not. Maybe you're just going to use the same story team that you've already used that are already level 100 and, you know, max IVs and EVs and stuff. Maybe you're just going to use that team and then go through the DLC. That's absolutely fine. But if there are certain Pokemon such as the Hoenn starters or something like that that you want to use instead, this is the complete list of Pokemon that you will be able to find in hyperspace. Now, we don't know where these Pokemon are going to pop up. We know a lot of them are probably going to pop up in these little sort of wormhole things that Hooper makes, but like the Hoenn starters, etc., we don't really know how they're going to be obtained, so you might not be able to get them straight away. Like, we don't even know when you're going to be able to get the Mega Stones for Raichu and Lucario as well. So I think going into the DLC, you're probably going to use your normal team anyway, but maybe there's a Pokemon on this list, especially the ones that are going to get Mega Evolutions, that you might want to put in your team. So just kind of keep that in the back of your head and make sure that you know what sort of Pokemon you want to put into your team from the new Pokemon that are going to be returning in this DLC, just so you're ready and prepared for when you finally do come across it and catch it. But yeah, make sure that your team is ready for the DLC. Another thing that you must do before starting the Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC is to organize your boxes. Now, unfortunately, in this game, we don't have a lot of box space, and if you've been shiny hunting, then you probably have a lot of boxes that are just filled with duplicate shinies and just random Pokemon that you've caught by playing through the game. Now, with the leaked Pokedex that I've just shown, there are quite a few Pokemon returning. There's about 80 odd Pokemon coming back in the Mega Dimension DLC, which is like 2.5 boxes. So if you're already pretty much maxed out on your box space, you're gonna have to go and release a ton of Pokemon that you don't need anymore, just so you don't have to do it when the Legends ZA DLC drops, because you don't want to be there really excited playing the DLC and then having to release a Pokemon every 2 minutes because you catch a new Pokemon that's obviously in the DLC. So I definitely recommend just getting rid of a ton of boxes that you don't really need. You can mass release in this game, obviously, because it's a Legends game, which is very useful, so it won't take you long at all anyway. But yeah, just go through your boxes, get rid of things that you don't need, get rid of duplicate shinies that you don't need. Shiny Pokemon are very easy to obtain in this game. If you've got like 20 shiny Fletchling, you don't really need that. You can get rid of like 15 of them just to make spaces for obviously shinies that you're going to get in the DLC, and then also just regular Pokemon as well, in order to complete kind of like the living decks and stuff. But yeah, make sure you organize your boxes, because it's going to be very useful to do that now and not when the DLC drops. The next thing that you must do before starting the Pokemon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC is to have your free Lucario ready. Now, once you beat the main story of Pokemon Legends ZA, on your table there is a Pokeball that holds a Lucario that is given to you from AZ. Now, we know that this Lucario belongs to Karina, who is returning in the Pokemon Legends ZA DLC. So I would definitely keep that safe and ready to take into the DLC, because there might be some sort of special cutscene that plays when you show her this Lucario, because AZ does tell you in the letter to show this Lucario to Karina. If you've released it, then I don't know really what you would do. I don't know why you would release it, but make sure that you know that you have that Lucario ready for the DLC, because something cool might happen when you do show Karina this Lucario, because it is hers in the first place, and maybe that's how you even get the Mega Stone for Lucario Z. Maybe she gives you the Mega Stone once you show her the Lucario that AZ gave you. Finishing things off for today's video, we're going to go over a ton of miscellaneous things that you probably should have already done before the Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC, but if not, here's a quick little checklist. So starting things off, obviously make sure you do the epilogue missions for Pokemon Legends ZA, so catching Xerneas, catching Yveltal, catching Zygarde, battling Lysandre, all of that cool stuff. Make sure you've collected all the Mega Stones from the Stone Emporium and also from Quasartico Inc. as well. You can get these through Mega Shards or by buying them with money. Again, make sure you have all of those, especially ready for the DLC. Another one is to complete all of the side missions. There are loads of side missions to finish in the base game of Pokemon Legends ZA, and I'm pretty sure there's about 120 new ones coming in the DLC that have been data mined, so you're going to get a load of new side missions. So if you haven't already completed all the ones in the base game, you are going to be buried with a ton of extra side missions, so make sure all of those have been done. Another thing that you can do as well is to buy all of the clothes. Again, there's loads of different options in this game. I would definitely recommend just buying all of these, more as a completionist kind of idea, really. But yeah, buying all the clothes is something else that you can do before the DLC drops. Getting the shiny charm is another big one. If you haven't done this already, make sure to complete Mabel's research tasks and get this shiny charm. It's going to be a lot better going into the DLC, being able to have much better odds at getting shiny Pokemon than you would if you didn't have the shiny charm. Another one is to make sure you have a complete living dex ready for the Pokemon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC, because you're going to get another 80 odd Pokemon returning, which you will also need to put into your living dex in order to get that free mystery gift shiny Pokemon that should be coming with Pokemon Home in the future. You don't want to be doing that when that mystery gift comes out. You want to have that living dex already done, and that's the base game and the DLC combined, just like we had to do for Scarlet and Violet, and just like we had to do for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield as well. You can get a ton of titles in this game as well by doing loads of different things in ranked. Some of these are very, very grindy, but again, it's something else that you can complete before the DLC comes out, just so you have that done. And as well as that, talking about ranked, make sure you have the Greninjaite, the Delphoxite, and also the Chestnutite as well. They're very easy to get nowadays. It will literally take you like 2 or 3 battles to get all of them, but make sure you have them ready, because obviously Season 4 is going to be giving us the Baxcaliburite, which we don't know if you're going to be able to get the Gen 6 Starter Mega Evolution Stone still when that comes out. You probably will be able to, but just to be safe, make sure to get them right now. But that pretty much wraps up today's video. Those are all of the things that I can think of that you must do before starting the Mega Dimension DLC for Pokemon Legends ZA. Let me know anything else that I missed in the comment section down below so we can help out even more. But if you did enjoy the video, please do drop a like down below. It's trying at 500 likes. It does really help out. Leave a comment. What are you most excited for about the Pokemon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.